Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So a couple things are new. My Jeep is new. It's a 79 CJ7. It had a 304 in it and a 3-speed. Now it has the inline 6, which is 258, 4.2 liter, still a 3-speed. I haven't made any videos on this because I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or not. I had rebuilt the carburetor. Well, rebuilt the carburetor. I replaced all the gaskets and sprayed a bunch of stuff out. But carburetors are much different than motorcycle carburetors. So I don't want to do a how-to video or even show you what I did because it could be completely wrong. But no doors, no top, but it does run, so that's a plus. And then new to y'all, old to me, new to me, FZR 1000, 1995. I've already started working on it a little bit as the tank and the seat is on my J. But this is my very first motorcycle that I don't want to say built, but when I got it, the motor was blown. Pulled the motor out, put a new motor in, and worked on the carbs forever. Even now, I'm fixing to work on the carbs. Painted the rims white because they were blue, like this color. Like the kickstand, they were all that color blue, but the white rims just look so much better. But yeah, FZR 1000. So it does runs bad. It won't idle. I think it's lean. You can't really get on it. It starts breaking up about 4,000 RPM. But I know these are real finicky because the exit valve, is deleted because it has a full exhaust on it. When I bought the engine, the guy told me, and I do believe him, because he's a factory, came with a 5-speed. But when I bought the engine, the guy said it has a 1040 big bore kit on it and the YZF 750 transmission, which is a 6-speed, which it is a 6-speed. And this thing does get up and go. So I'm going to pull the carbs off and start the video again, just to show you what the carbs look like because they look 100% different. As you can tell from my previous videos on the ZX7, these are basically flat. The ZX7s are not flat at all. Airbox is a bit different. It's got a little air intake deal here because the tubes kind of push air in here. I guess kind of cool it off. Probably not, but kind of brings the air back into this general area and then back up in here because it hits the tank. The tank is weird. You know, like on the ZX7, it's all here, the whole thing. That one actually drops down far, like a wall. So I'm assuming the air probably hits that and then just gets sucked back up into there. But yeah, this is my very first motorcycle. I was excited I could buy it back. So, and the Jeep was just too good of a deal to pass up, so I bought it also. But not from the same people. So I drove to Austin to get this one. I'm 3.5 hours north of Austin. Not quite Dallas, but almost there. But I'm gonna pause this video so I can get the air filter off, or intake off, which if you have an FZR 1000 and don't know what to do, it's just these 4 clamps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is a bolt up top, which is an Allen. Pop that off, the whole thing comes off. You may just take the, if you have this still, I know these are kind of hard to find, take this off first, just pull the air filter out, and then do all that. I'm not sure if that will hinder it, but I'm sure it won't. But in case it does, just so you're not hanging up on something that you think you got but you don't. So I'm going to get this off. Alright, so we're back. These are the carbs. They are basically flat, as you can tell. I mean, that's them. I'm level with the ground. And the bike, of course, is kind of lean, but I mean, that doesn't mean anything. This is definitely supposed to be bolted on here. That's probably why it wouldn't idle. I'm assuming it's probably just really low. The idle's really low. No weird design, but it's packaged up, looks neat. You know, it looks a little bit better than I think the ZX7. I remember I did these because you have to have those like some kind of vacuum things. I know it's an overflow type deal also, but it's to do with the vacuum, just pull the slides up. Because these are CV carburetors, just like the ZX7 has. They are Makuni. The ZX7, I believe, are Kian. But regardless, I know I had these off whenever I bought the bike, and I never put them on. I think that actually is the overflow. I'm not going to worry about it. The fuel line, I believe that's factory also. I didn't put this on. It was like this when I bought it. It's not dry rot or anything, so I'm going to leave it like that. because I'm not sure really where it runs. It runs to a mystery location that you can't see. Oh, look, there it is. Never mind. But I'm going to get these carburetors off because I'd really like to ride it. I did ride it yesterday, like I was saying, but it just ran so bad you couldn't do anything. Hey, good thing I didn't lose this. Oh yeah, that's the air filter that comes out. It's a round deal. Just kind of odd, but whatever. I had BMC pod filters on it. I don't think you give those back to me. I got a bin of parts, but I don't believe I've seen them in there because they're kind of big and you would find them. So carburetors to get off, I don't know. I've got no idea, to be honest with you. I don't know. I think you have to go through, well, you see that one's kind of that way, so it's just going to be tough, but I'm sure, I know it's blurry, sorry, because it's filming on that, whatever. I believe you got to go somewhere about like that. So I'm going to get that fuel line off, just to put a needle nose and pop that clamp off, pop it off, and then get after it. And here we have FZR 1000 carburetors. So they're, as you can tell, they're much different than the ZX7 and also much crustier. Probably should have cleaned these before I even tried to start it yesterday. Bowls, obviously much different too. So, if I'm not mistaken, one of these is a starter jet, one of these is the main jet, and then also you still have the pilot jet also. I know when I first got this and first rebuilt the carburetors, I actually had those backwards because I think they're not far off from the size. And I have a manual, a Haynes, I think, or I forget what manual it is, but the pictures and the description, it doesn't really give you a good idea of what those are. Also, the head has been ported and polished. I guess I know I told you the big work hit and stuff, but you can kind of tell here about how smooth it is. And it also is 3 valve per cylinder, or 5 valve per cylinder because it's a Yamaha, which is odd. I also told you wrong. I forgot they have clamps on both sides, on the engine and the carburetor, which is odd versus bolts. But Allen, that one come off. It doesn't matter, and that's also an Allen. They're under the carburetor, as you can tell here, and then there. I'm gonna take these off kind of one by one. I don't want to get them mixed up. I'm gonna plug in some light. Not a lot, but enough. Oh, turn it off. Oh, I got disco. All right. Some light and get to cleaning. Hopefully, I can get this. Well, I know I can. It's just take a little bit. Get this back up and running. And this is how it's supposed to run. Good, but that's it. All the idle, I guess, pilot jets in this were all clogged completely, 100%. Nothing was getting through them. And I'm guessing that's probably why it didn't run good. But now it does. These, what I found, they are very loud engines. Like my ZX9, sound like a rod was knocking all the time. Or something loose on the inside. There's a lot of chains inside here. I mean, over time, unless you was rebuild the complete engine and everything was brand spanking new, sure it'd be a little quieter. But with all the chains and stuff on the inside, it won't ever be perfect. I do need to change the oil. There's no telling how long the oil has been in here, and I'm gonna ride it again. The clutch was real grabby. It felt real weird. It wasn't real smooth. So if I pull the clutch cover off, of course, I'll bring y'all in with that and may replace the clutch. Whenever I did sell it, probably a month or two before I sold it, I did put a Barnett clutch in here. So I'm not sure if the clutch plates are broken, because I know one reason why I did replace the clutch because it was slipping at high RPM. But pulled it out and those clutch plates were just broken, all on the inside. Luckily, the springs held it together, so it wasn't all floating around in the engine. And that may be the problem. I'm not 100% sure. These drop pegs, they've got to go. I'm not 7'3", so it's real weird riding it. It's comfortable, but shifting and stuff, and I guarantee you cornering would be just odd. So I'm going to get up here and clean it up because it's dirty. It's real dirty. The paint it's got some dirt on it. So I'm gonna clean it and ride it. So talk to you later.